What would you do if obeying God meant facing death? What if standing for what you believe meant walking straight into fire? This is not a myth. This is not a fairy tale. This is the true story of three young men who refused to bow and a fire that could not burn them. Babylon was the most powerful empire on earth. Its king Nebuchadnezzar ruled with absolute authority. One day, the king ordered something extraordinary. A massive golden statue, taller than a modern building, was raised on the plains of Dura. It gleamed under the sun, brilliant, blinding, and terrifying. Messengers ran through the land proclaiming a new law. When the music plays, all people of every nation and language must bow down and worship the golden image. Whoever does not bow will be thrown immediately into a blazing furnace. The law was clear. The punishment was final. Among the crowd stood three young men, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were not rebels. They were not soldiers. They were faithful servants of God living in a foreign land. As the music thundered across the plain, horns, flutes, harps, and drums, everyone fell to their knees. Everyone except three. They stood still, silent, unmoving. Their hearts pounded, but their faith did not shake. Jealous officials rushed to the king. "O king, live forever. There are men you appointed, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They refuse to serve your gods or worship your statue." The king's face burned with rage. "Bring them to me." Standing before the most powerful man on earth, the three men were given one last chance. If you bow, you will live. If not, you will burn. And what God will save you then? The crowd held its breath. Then Shadrach stepped forward. "O king, we do not need to defend ourselves. The God we serve is able to save us from the blazing furnace," Meshach continued, "and he will deliver us from your hand." Then Abednego spoke words that still echo through history. "But even if he does not, we will not serve your gods, and we will not worship your golden image." The king screamed in fury. "Heat the furnace 7 times hotter." The flames roared like a living beast. The strongest soldiers tied the three men and dragged them forward, but the heat was so intense. The soldiers collapsed, dead, bound in ropes. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego were thrown into the fire. The crowd turned away. "No one survives that." Suddenly, the king cried out, "Wait! Didn't we throw 3 men into the fire?" His advisers trembled. "Yes, O king." The king stood up, his eyes wide with fear. "Then why do I see 4 men walking around and bound, unharmed? And the 4th looks like the Son of God." Inside the furnace, the fire had no power. The ropes were gone. The men were free, and they were not alone. The king shouted, "Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, servants of the Most High God, come out." They stepped from the fire. Not a single hair was burned. Their clothes were untouched. They didn't even smell like smoke. The crowd gasped in disbelief. The king fell to his knees. "Praise be to the God of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. There is no other God who can save like this." Lesson from this is the steadfastness of the 3 ultimately led to the king acknowledging God's supreme power, resulting in their promotion and a powerful testimony to others. The lesson still stands. Stay strong and trust God. Even when the outcome is unclear, Their story shows how deep faith can change tough situations and inspire others. God's presence in the fire, even when facing severe consequences, they knew God could deliver them, and He was with them in the flames, showing His presence in suffering. If this story inspired you, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe for more awesome content. Thanks for watching.